Join us for a day of plant-based family meals that keep us all happy, healthy, and energized. Let's go. For breakfast today, we are doing something so simple. I had the oldest make some old-fashioned rolled oats. We're gonna make some oatmeal. These oats cook up really quick, especially on a very busy weekday. You can top it with whatever you want. We just opted for some cinnamon and some coconut milk here. You can also add some almonds or nuts or a nut butter for some added protein. Did you know a cup of cooked oatmeal actually has 6 grams of protein already? For those of you who are busy moms like myself, you guys know that sometimes it's just let's get breakfast in everyone's bellies and it's time to start the day. So we were able to make this breakfast in about 5-10 minutes. It was easy, it was very frugal of course, and all of our kiddos were warmed up, bellies fed, ready to get the day started and ready to get some schoolwork done. Now typically after breakfast, the kids will also have sort of a protein shake with whatever fruits that they like. Moving on to lunch, we are making some pho noodles or pad thai noodles. We purchased them dry. They're sort of like a flat rice noodle, and we love to eat them. The kids love to eat them as well. To prepare the noodles, all you have to do is soak them in hot water for about 20-30 minutes. Then we're going to prepare a ton of vegetables here in a large skillet. I have a very, very large one because I need to feed all of the kiddos. I have some grapeseed oil going in alongside with some ginger, and then I just dumped all of the vegetables in here. I have some onions, carrots, cabbage, mushrooms, some Swiss chard, just to make it easy. And then Mercy is working on the sauce while I am working on the vegetables. In this bowl here, I have about 1/2 cup of coconut aminos and organic tamari. I did about 1/2 cup of water, 2 tablespoons of coconut sugar just for some sweetness, about 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar for some soury taste or acidity. You can use tamarind if you would like to, if you have. That would be really, really delicious in here. And then we're just going to mix that up here. We like to taste as we go, so we are looking for a sweet, sour, salty, umami type of flavor here. I added some onion powder as well, and I just have Mercy taste it a little bit just to see if it's good. She approves. In our big skillet of all these vegetables, we're just going to add some more onion powder. We love using onion powder. You can add some garlic powder as well. You can absolutely add some tofu if you like to, and then we're just going to drizzle in some sesame oil. In today's noodles, I opted not to use tofu just because tofu is known to have a lot of estrogen and I didn't want to feed too much tofu to our kids, our sons especially. Once the noodles were done soaking, they're nice and tender, and we're just going to drain them, add them to our big old skillet here, and then we're just going to toss as best as we can here. You want to make sure that you're constantly moving the noodles so it doesn't get stuck onto the skillet. And then we're just going to pour in the sauce here, this delicious umami, sweet, sour, fragrant sauce. A friend of ours on YouTube here, Queen of Weaves, really loved us making pad thai noodles, and she said that we made it seem so easy, which it really is, and I highly suggest you try it out because it's so easy to make and it really doesn't cost very much at all. So save some money, grab yourself a packet of noodles and some vegetables, make your own pad thai. We appreciate your comment, Queen of Weaves, and we love having you here in the community. Once our little chef here tasted everything and approved of all the flavors, we are going to serve up lunch for everybody. Try it yourself. Some bok choy would be nice in here, and a slice of lime. If you like it hot like myself, add some chili oil here, add some jalapeno peppers. It is delicious and so easy to make at home. This is a sure to be a crowd pleaser for your kids as well, and it's, like I said, so frugal. As far as myself and Trey, we are having a very high protein salad. The salad dressing actually packs a huge amount of protein in here. So to make the sauce, all we have to do is add some hemp seeds into a mixing bowl. You can add any type of herbs here. Today we're making sort of a cilantro and lime herb dressing. I roughly chopped the cilantro. We're adding a juice of a lime. You can add as many limes as you want, or as little lime as you would like. Every 6 tablespoons of hemp seeds, you can get anywhere between 20 to 30 grams of protein. Now we're going to season this with salt, add a little bit of water, add some hemp oil or some olive oil if you would like, and then just blend it up. Hemp seeds are one of the easiest way to get amino acids into your diet, and we highly recommend you use it anytime you can. Let's assemble the salad. We have some romaine lettuce here, we have some roasted vegetables. On the top, I roasted some bell peppers, some broccoli, and cauliflower. And did you know in a head of broccoli, you can get anywhere between 6 to 10 grams of protein? Pretty cool. I did not know that. So here I'm just layering the romaine lettuce and all the roasted vegetables with that delicious hemp sauce here. And for a little bit of an additional protein, we're just gonna add some more hemp seeds. Why not? I am serving this up to my husband Trey, which was working at the time, and he loves this. This is his favorite dressing. Moving on to my salad, I'm just going to add the remaining little bit of lettuce here and some of that vegetables. And I too am going to have this delicious, yummy salad for lunch. Too bad my avocados were as hard as rocks, so I really would have loved some avocados, but I didn't have any, but the salad was still absolutely delicious. I have been on a diet recently, and I would love to know if you guys would be interested in me sharing my weight loss journey with you guys. Let me know in the comments below. I sprinkled a little bit of spicy chipotle powder, and that was lunch. Alrighty, dinner prep. We are making a potato casserole. And of course, my little chef here is going to help me cut up some cauliflower for the casserole sauce. We're going for sort of a Alfredo-y, creamy type of casserole dish for our potatoes. So we're just gonna boil up some cauliflower with some onion powder and salt in the water. As for the potato casserole, you can use any type of potatoes you have. I am using some red potatoes, some organic red potatoes for Trey, and then we're also going to do some russet potatoes for the kids and I. I want to make sure to season the potatoes before even putting in the sauce. So I have here some ancho chili powder, smoked paprika, Italian seasoning, salt, onion powder going in, and I'm just going to do a quick mix of this dry on the potatoes, dry without the sauce. Once the cauliflower has been boiled and nice and tender, we're just going to hand blend this into a very smooth, sort of creamy, Alfredo looking cauliflower sauce. You're going to want to make sure that you taste as you go. I'm adding some more onion powder here and some salt. Once that is nice and done, you should have sort of a thick liquidy type texture. We're going to spoon this into our potatoes. I made sure to just move around the potatoes just to make sure all the sauce is covering the potatoes themselves, and then we're going to spoon some more of this delicious sauce. Let's do a little jiggly just to make sure all of the sauce is in between the potatoes. We're going to add a little bit of garnish on the top. So I have some Italian seasoning here, some more of the smoked paprika and ancho chili powder. I have an oven preheated to 375 degrees. We're going to bake this for about 1 hour. After putting that pan of potatoes, I'm going to make another pan for the kids. Now I am opting to use some russet potatoes here, and I sort of did a little bit of an experiment on the potatoes. I wanted to see if I were to just layer on some potatoes and cut them all weird shapes and everything. I wondered if it was gonna cook right. So that's what I did here. I'm gonna layer some of the potatoes, some seasonings, just add some irregular shapes of potatoes here. Now if this works, then any cook could make this. You know what I'm saying? You can cut the potatoes however you want, put it in there, throw on that sauce, bake it in the oven, and you're good to go. So I have here all of the potatoes laid out nicely. I'm going to cover it with this delicious sauce, and then we're going to bake it in the oven with the other tray of potatoes for about an hour. After that hour, look how delicious. It looks like a potato gratin. Basically, that is exactly what this is actually, a potato gratin. We just made a vegan potato gratin, which is awesome. Now to serve with our potato gratin, we are going to make a pot of some vegetables here. I have some ginger going in with some bell peppers. This is also going to be a very nice and frugal dish, and really just add any vegetables that you have in the fridge. I've chopped up some tomatoes here as well. You can use any kind of peppers. any kind of vegetables that you can find, anything that's cheap, of course. I am also cutting up a large head of cabbage here. Cabbages you can find relatively cheap, and they're actually really good for you, lots of fiber. And you can literally use cabbage in anything. It's really, really easy to cook cabbage. Next, we have some organic Swiss chard and collard greens. We are so excited to grow them this year because Swiss chard and collard greens, it's like $2 a bunch, and we go through a lot of this, and it would be so nice to not have to purchase any Swiss chard or collard greens, and we know it came right from our soil. It's going to be great. So we're going to just braise these vegetables very low and slow. We added some water here. We're going to cook this all the way until dinner time, and once it's dinner time, everything is done. Trey is having himself a large bowl of this potato gratin here. This dish here really is a crowd pleaser. The kids loved it, Trey loves it himself, and we hope that you can give it a shot making it yourself. And that is what we had for breakfast, lunch, and dinner today. I hope we inspired you to make some delicious food. Subscribe and we'll see you on the next one.